Okay guys, before moving on, I want to show you two ways that we can check for prototypes. And sometimes you would have to use both ways anyways. Okay, now, if you are trying to check the prototype of a built-in function, such as, and these are called constructive functions, which we will look at soon. If you're trying to find the prototype of a built-in constructive function, such as array with capital A, string with capital S, object with capital O, right, and number with capital N, and so on. To find those prototypes, you just need to do dot prototype, like so, number dot prototype. Okay, you see the prototype itself is just an object. Okay, now let's do something else. If you want to find a prototype of anything else that is not a built-in function constructor, you have to do this. Let's say const num equals 3. If we try to find a prototype of this, prototype, you see that it's not even on here, right? It's undefined. And this is because the dot prototype is reserved only for built-in function constructors. For everything else, you have to do num dot underscore underscore, and it's this proto right here. Okay. Now we get the prototype. And if you do number, the number constructor, dot prototype, we get the same thing. Okay. Now you might be wondering, does that mean that this is the exact same thing as this? Well, it should be, right? Because both of these are numbers and they should have the same prototype. So let's see. And in JavaScript, you can actually use triple equals to check prototype objects, okay, because they're actually strings underneath. And you get true. Okay. All right. So now that we know how to check prototypes, can we prove that the array basis prototype is the same as object base? Okay. Let's put object base in a variable like this. Const object base equals object dot prototype. Now let's do const array base. And how do we get that? Capital array dot prototype. And we can use dot prototype because to the left of it is a capital constructor. All right. Now if we follow this diagram, array base's prototype should be equal to the object base. How do we find the prototype of array base? Since array base ends with dot prototype, that means it's no longer a constructor. It's an object now. So we have to do dot underscore underscore proto. And is this equal to object base right here? Yes. Okay. Now, just to prove more, let's see, string. Can we do string dot prototype dot underscore underscore proto? Does that equal to object base? Yep. What about Boolean? Yes. Okay. So we just proved that all of the base objects, array base, number base, string base, they all lead back to the object base, and that is their prototype.